Gracious me!
What is going on, guys? Tim here. Welcome back to the road to glory. Some gameplay in the background before we go live with, hopefully, some content from EA, although I'm not holding my breath. Having said that, one of the comments from yesterday, Adam, available until the 20th of March, those Man of the Matches, so would be highly surprised if they don't release Foot Birthday tomorrow, which would have been today, to include them in the pack hype, obviously. I kind of get where you're coming from there. I just don't really... I just don't expect anything to be at 6. You already know, by the time we get to the back end of this video, of course I will know as well, but I just can't see them dropping anything. Maybe a random SBC to give us like a 25k pack or something, if we're lucky. Possibly an icon, but I doubt it. I think it's probably just going to be nothing. I think this week is going to be a bit of a subdued one. We may get some FA Cup Man of the Match cards at some point on Sunday evening, maybe even Monday evening, but for the most part I just think it's going to be winding down all the carnival stuff that's already available for SBCs. The Brandt Player of the Month card is obviously, or was obviously, the main talking point of yesterday's video. Should we do it? Shouldn't we do it? And a lot of people saying you can get Royce for 70k, a Cam Royce for 70k, so why would I bother doing it? Because obviously Royce is a better card. I mean, depends what you want from your player. Stamina-wise, I wouldn't say Royce is a better card, although saying that, I can't quite remember what the stamina on Brandt is. I don't think it's as bad as Royce. But even with that being said, it's not a case of going out and spending 70,000 coins to get Royce or even to get Brandt. It would be to use a lot of the lower-rated untradables that we have in the club already. So I've got a lot of 82, 83s. I've got quite a few 84s I can use to get Brandt as well. I don't think I'm going to do it. I haven't got well, I haven't got any Premier League Player of the Month cards anymore either, but I've never had a Bundesliga Player of the Month card in the club, without it being a loan, of course. So just kind of something I wanted just for the time being, but obviously I think it would make sense to go after Socrates. If they haven't released anything, by the way, today, I think what I'll do is I'll complete the 83 rated team. We've sold Pulisic now, and I'll show you that when we go live. I've sold Pulisic. We're now up to like 300 and something thousand, I think. So I'll complete the 83 rated team, submit that, and we'll have a 35k pack to open. Or I like to call them Ronaldo packs. Yeah, we'll pack the purple Ronaldo out of one of those 35ks, and we'll be on our way to completing Socrates. I say on our way, of course, there's a long way to go with it, but we'll start it. Let's just say that. And hopefully we get something this week. Like I said, I'm not expecting anything in particular, but if we can get a couple of SBCs, what I really want them to do for next year, I like all these promos. I think people get fed up with them, though. A lot of people get fed up with them. I think they need to do what they've done with Carnival, but for every single promo. So instead of having just, oh, these cards are in packs, there's a couple of SBCs, but mainly Euros and promos. What they need to do is say, look, these are grindable cards for the week. So you've got weekly objectives with 4 players from that promo are in the weekly objectives for you to grind towards, with all have different criteria. It doesn't have to be single player matches. Can be, score with at least 3 Manchester United players in 5 games or whatever to unlock this Flashback Rooney or something. Something along those lines would be cool. It would be also if they could get a license in to be able to put cards like Flashback Rooney with a Manchester United badge on it. They can't do that unless, of course, it's an icon, and even then they just give it an icon badge. It would be nice if they could do that, but I don't think it'll ever happen due to licensing. But then again, what they could do is say, well, this card links to other Manchester United players. So they could say, for instance, this is a DC United Rooney, but it links to Manchester United cards. That would be cool. That would be another way of sort of half working around the chemistry system. I do feel like if a player has played with, or say for instance when Drogba moved, he was then almost unusable because of the chemistry. He went to the MLS, I think, didn't he? It would have been cool if you could have used him still with Chelsea players. He's played with them before, so why not? It would just make perfect sense. It would be cool if they could introduce something like that, like on the back of the card, list previous clubs. Because in the the profile of icons, they have all the clubs they used to play for. So again, you could do that. Maybe you click on the card and it says clubs he used to play for, and he gets chemistry with every single one of those clubs. That would be really cool if they could introduce something like that. But again, like I said, not holding my breath due to licensing purposes, but that would be pretty cool. Having said that, let's go live and submit a couple of SBCs. I may just do the 83, but I may do the 84 as well. We get 35k packs for completing those, and it shouldn't cost us an awful lot to do it either. I'm sure many of you saw this come in, but there's been a slight change of plan. I'm looking at the team of the week because I'm trying to find a cheapish inform. Don't really know what rating I need either. I've kind of lost my train of thought here. He's for some reason going for a little bit more than what you'd expect him to go for. Probably now due to the SBC they've just released. 30k. Basically, they've just released a Flashback De Rossi. And I've worked it out. It fits in the team. It'll fit when we get Socrates. It's better than Bradley, on paper at least. He is 4-star weak foot, 2-star skills, high defensive work rate, 6 foot. The stats are incredible. With a chem style, it goes up even more. He's just an end game CDM, and it's too good of an opportunity to pass up on. The problem that I have is, of course, it's going to set me back a little bit in the way of coins and on the Socrates SBC, but the Socrates SBC doesn't expire. This has 3 days, as you know. That's what tends to happen with flashbacks. They're running around for about 3 days, or thereabouts. 285 rated teams, one of which requires 2 informs and a Roma player, and then of course the Italian side of it is just 1 Italian player, 1 inform. That's not too bad. This though, I've built it in principle. I need to fit 1 more inform. That's the inform we packed yesterday. So I've got him in there, and I would need to replace Nzonzi with an inform. I've got the chem by 4, although if I remove Nzonzi, I know I'm probably going to lose chem, but I could probably get away with it, providing we get a French league. Can I get away with an 81 rated card? Don't know if I'm going to be able to. I know this is 82, but it's just for me to be able to go into here. Right, let's see if we can. Right, hang on. Just see if we can get away with. I can't get away with a 79, 82, 80. Can't get away with an 80. Forward. Nope, don't have any of those. Defenders. 81. Right, can we get away with it rated? No, needs to be an 82 rated inform. Can we get away with I say French league. Italian league is what I want, not a French league. Can I get away with any Italian league midfielder? Any? I could. How could I find that chem? I need 1 chem. How could I find 1 chem? I can't convert anyone. No, God damn. It needs to be either Brazilian or French. It's just there's too many requirements. There are too many requirements. Basically, I would put it up to you guys. Should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? But I want to do this. So this is something that I'm taking an executive decision on. Won't be doing Brandt. As much as I really want that red card, I'm not going to do it. It's a good looking card, but it's just not one that I feel like I would put into the team that often. So I will do Daniele De Rossi. He will go into the team. I will obviously look to complete Socrates as soon as I can, although chances are that that's going to be pushed back slightly because of the 285 rated teams required for De Rossi. As you can see here, we've sold Pulisic, 200k on the nose. Good little player. Really enjoyed myself with him. The only problem that I have is that it's just come a little bit too late. You know, I have a 93 prime icon at right wing. I don't need him. He's just not as good as best, so there's just no point in me keeping him. It was a complete waste of coins. But there we go. He's gone. Got a few of these players here. See if any of those. No, none of those are going to go into the club. Right, so I need to find myself an inform. I won't complete Daniel De Rossi in this episode. I will do the 1/2. Then I may go and complete at the 83 rated team for Socrates, maybe. And then we'll do a 35k pack and a 45k pack. And then tomorrow we'll pick up De Rossi. We'll get a 55k pack, which I thought was quite good actually. 45k and a 55k rewards for the De Rossi SBC is actually very good return. And then we may do the extra 35k for Socrates. So tomorrow we'll have 2 packs. Today we should have 2 packs. I'm just finding it. I know Biglier is an option, but he's up to about 40-something thousand now, and I don't really want to be spending that much. I can get away with an 82 rated, but it kind of needs to be. By the way, if you guys watch any of my other videos, I'm going to be doing a dedicated video on this guy, Anderson Lopez. That is a good-looking card for 77 rated. Just a little heads up. Something to look forward to. Maybe not tomorrow, but definitely soon. That looks like a really good card. Right, I'm going to have to go onto the market. It's going to have to be a player that was released before... Come on, before this week's Team of the Week. My bumper buttons on my controller, for some reason, they're not that responsive. On the menus, in-game they're fine, but on the menus, not so much. So it's like sometimes you'll notice that I skip over, and I go over 2 like that, and it's because the bumper buttons are broken. Right, so let's go up to... Actually, just send that up a little bit. Yeah, about 12k, 15k. There you go. Right, let's just see if we can get any... I need an inform. I hate the fact that the Champions League cards count as special items. I mean, they should, yeah, sure, but it's frustrating, you know? Right, French, there you go. That's what I need. Basically, what I'm trying to say is we need certain search criteria. So there's Pellegrini, but he's going for about 32. That Duncan card, does that still hold up? That's still a good card. It's still so well-rounded. Again, we could do a dedicated video on him. Always looking for new players to do videos on. So if you guys have got any suggestions for, like, what I mean is, like, not hidden gems per se, but, like, players that are, like, 78 rated or 80 rated, but actually have stats that are match up to, like, 85, 86 rated players. I love those kind of cards. And that 77 rated striker, Man City, you've just scored against Swansea. I should have put a bet on. I was going to, and I thought, nah, I won't bother. 27,000. I think that's probably the best I'm going to get, and I think it would work for Kem. Let's go find out if it would work for Kem, and if it does, we'll end up buying the whole thing. It's going to cost me about 100k to do one half of De Rossi, and it should cost me a little bit less, hopefully, because the only one inform requirement for that side. So all in all, it'll probably cost me about 150, 160. We're going to get, 100k back in packs. So 60k, and if we manage to pack anything in the pack, then happy days. Right, so let's go for special French. No, obviously don't have him yet. But there, right, so that guy. Bakayoko is a more expensive player, so that wouldn't, before I have tried it. There you go. I mean, it says it doesn't count as an inform, but it is an inform. Not that version of it, that's the red version, but you know what I mean. It's going to work. So, okay, we are 71 Chem, 85 rated. I can't go any lower than that, so if I put an 82 instead of Kimpembe, it drops down. So I can't get away with putting anything lower than what I have. Now, Buffon is going to cost me around the sort of 40,000 mark. Naldo is going to cost me about 23k. And then the rest of it should be relatively low. So I think I'm going to do that right now, and I'll be right back. And there we have it. 101,000 coins exactly, plus whatever we had on top of that, which is mainly all untradeable anyway. So that's going to give us a 45k pack and half of Daniela De Rossi complete. And as I said, I will complete the other half tomorrow. I haven't got over on that, have I? No, that's exactly what I needed. Was there a cheaper way to do it? I don't think so. Not really. I mean, if you're on console, then maybe. But PC, that was the cheapest way to do it. So it is what it is. 45k pack. Not going to open that for a second. I want to go on to the icon. I need to favorite this because we are going to be back and forth from this quite a lot. Boom. I know it sounds stupid. I know he's not that amazing for a moment's icon, but I do really want that Puyol at some point as well. I say that amazing. I mean, 98 stats. There's almost no improvement to be made there. He's not the paciest of players, but whack a shadow on him and bang, you've got yourself a really pacey centre-back. I don't understand why people keep moaning that he doesn't have the best acceleration and sprint speed. It doesn't require an icon. It's easy to sort of start working into. Definitely something I'm going to start at some point. After I do Socrates and obviously get De Rossi out the way, I will definitely look to complete Puyol. Right, Socrates. There's an 83 rated team here somewhere. Requires 2 informs. I think I've already sort of mapped it out. That's what we need to do. We need 4 chem from that. We'll get that when we convert Goretzka, but that was what I planned. It's not that expensive to complete. It might cost me about 50k, but it's not going to hinder me completing De Rossi. We'll get this done, and that's just something to mark off, and a 35k pack as well. So once again, I'll be right back. And there we go. That's that complete. So I've just worked out really that it's going to cost us essentially what Pulisic cost us, or what Pulisic got us to get De Rossi, meaning that we're not sort of back where we were. We're going to have a better CDM. I do have an 87 Bradley. Let me submit that. I do have an 87 Bradley, essentially, that I can use towards Socrates if I really want to, because once we get De Rossi, Bradley then becomes useless again. I don't regret doing Bradley, obviously, because it was a cheap SBC anyway, and I got to use him, got a video out of him. He's a good player. But, you know, when a better player comes along, and I do like Daniele De Rossi, so I'm quite excited to get him in the team. But for today, we do have a 45k and a 35k pack to open. So let's open the 45 first, because I hate those with a passion. They never give us anything good. Not going to walk out in that one, obviously. Not even going to get a board. 45k packs are terrible. Why are they 45k? They're just not good enough to be more expensive than 35ks. Even if I don't get a board in this next pack, it's still going to be a better pack than that. I mean, that is an awful pack. Let's pop that away. That's not me moaning about my pack luck, by the way. Don't get it twisted. I know a lot of people now. If I ever say, "Oh, we didn't get a walkout," people are like, "Oh, I can't believe you're complaining you don't get walkouts." This is the Ronaldo pack then, and it's the best time, by the way, to be doing this. So yeah, that just cost me 80k, which is a lot more than I thought it was going to cost me. I thought I was going to get away with about 30, maybe 40k if I was lucky. But I think I'd taken the fact that I already had an inform into consideration. Packing an inform here would be nice, regardless of whichever one it is. I do have a few players I can sell, though. I've got Giroud I can sell. I've got a few other man of the matches. Got Scream Mascherano. There's a few things in the club that can be shifted, as well as Isco. We do have Isco we can sell if we need the coins. Yeah, right now there is a lot of man of the matches, or there are a lot of man of the matches in packs, so it's the best time to open packs. And here we go with the 35k. Can we get anything good? Not going to get a walkout in it, which is okay. Can we get a board? Not going to get a board. Okay. 2 poor packs there that are just not going to help us towards the SBCs more than anything. That's more why I'm a little bit... I'm not annoyed, but I'm a little bit disappointed. I still prefer that pack to the 45, though, because you don't really expect anything in the 35k, because you know you get consumables as well. Only the 1 squad fitness, nice position changes, they all come in handy. Don't any of those, don't want those. We'll keep De Jong, because you never know. And we'll pop that into club. There you go. So, oh god, I need a new controller. Oh well, it's nice of them to have given us 50ks and Ronaldo packs, but we won't be opening those. So I will just have enough, I think, in my bank to complete this De Rossi. We'll get a 55k. I'm hoping with the players that I have in the club, I will be able to complete the 84 rated team for Socrates. I think you only need one. No, you need 2 informs for it. Maybe I won't be able to complete that tomorrow then, which is a shame. So tomorrow we'll have a 55k pack, which have been quite kind to us. We've done quite well out of 55ks. This shouldn't cost us too much actually. I've got quite a few 85s left in the club. We only need 1 inform. So, and I've got Isco. I don't know whether to use Isco incidentally in this, or see, look at all these. I mean, that's a video to be done. That's a video that has been done. We've got Mascherano, which can be sold. He probably doesn't sell for an awful lot. We've got that Giroud, which I did a video on yesterday. He can be sold now. Isco is worth about 60k, so again, that can either be sold and the coins can be used, or we can actually use him for rating. I don't really know what's the best thing to do there. We've got Falcao, we've got Paulinho that can go into this. Alan at the moment I'm keeping, but eventually he can be sold, and I think his price has been lifted, which means he's probably cheaper now. No, his price is still around. Well, his price is actually about 35. Yeah, so I can get 35k back for him. I might actually sell Alan very soon, because as soon as we get Daniele De Rossi, there will literally be no need for me to have Alan in the club anymore. So that's 35k I can get back. We've got a few sort of asset-wise. We've got a few things. And of course, you never know, we might get lucky in that 55k pack. That's going to do it for today, though. I'm going to do a lot more in the way of gameplay tonight because I want to get more videos done for tomorrow. So you'll see a lot more gameplay, hopefully, in tomorrow's episode, and some packs as well. If I can complete this relatively cheap and I can get the Socrates SBC, or the 84 rated part of that team, that SBC rather, done, I will do that, and hopefully you'll have 2 decent packs to be able to see tomorrow. But what do you reckon? You guys gonna do the Daniela De Rossi flashback? I think it's a fantastic CDM, and it will stay in the club for a long time to come, I'm sure. If you've enjoyed this episode of The Road to Glory, smack the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.